We had a little break in the weather, so I figured I'd do a video of something else old. So, tired of unloading my truck by hand, and I had bought another truck to convert it to a dump truck, power takeoff driven. It was going to be awesome. It was also going to be a lot of work. So in the end, I decided to go with something easier, buy a dump bed already. And yep, it's going to be a lot smaller, but realistically, I don't very often use the full size of that 8x9 dump flatbed. So a new one's around $5,000, and used were, you know, anywhere from 2 to 3, with 1,100 being, or 1,500 being the lowest price I'd seen, and they were about 60 miles from my house. So when this one showed up for an even $1,000, working and not all beat, I jumped on it, and it does work. We hooked it up and up it went, but as you can see, it's not perfect. So what I started doing was cutting out some rock. Got some there. This one right here is pretty rusty and rotted through, but I have angle iron, and I'm gonna clean all that up, put two new ones right onto it. Didn't come with a gate. For some reason he cut the gate off. They had a salter hanging off this. Again, I can make something pretty simple for it, so I'm not too concerned. It's funny because while the top side of this side was much worse than the other, the bottom side's very solid. Same thing. Cut out some rot there. I don't know how. It's basically surface rust that's pretty scaly. You can actually, this stuff can trick you. If you're using a grinder, it'll grind shiny like this, and you think you have a good bond, but you really don't. So all the way down, it's about 36 inches. I have it all cut. That's 3/16. This looks like 1/8, so it'll be a little stronger. It was pretty easy. They just have some tack welds. There was one there, one here, and then all under here is pretty bad. This all needs to be cut out, this whole corner. I'm surprised this stayed true, but it did. So I gotta replace that, add some cross members. This one's pretty good. I'm gonna leave that alone. And then the floor is a little punky right here, and then all the way at the front where you can't see. So I'm gonna hammer that, or maybe cut it out. And I have a few 4x8 sheets of diamond plate. I'm just gonna put down about 10 tacks, 1 inch long. Call it a day for that. Have a brand new bed. The rest of it's solid, and it's square too. Sometimes you see these with these big sides they put on, and they bow out. It does have the cab protector. The screen's a nice touch. He had it as a leaf collection box. That will be removed. These lights, I'm gonna take them off. They're goofy. I don't need them. So that's the plan. I do need the wire harness that goes from the pump motor up to the battery, which isn't a big deal. Have the controller. Someone did some patching up here. Not horrid. It seems solid. Take these sides off, do something different. But 6,000 pounds. Truck's definitely good for it. It's a little crusty. I'm gonna get a needle scaler. Not gonna use my air hammer. It worked on a big 3-inch wide truck frame, but on this I think it'll just bounce too much. So I'm gonna needle scale it, grind it, prime it, and add some steel, and it should be structurally sound. Pump motor's good. So I'm pretty excited. I didn't really plan on doing this much to this. I was kind of hoping Most of the work would just be removing the flatbed and preparing the frame, and then attaching this onto the frame of the truck. But you know, I could have bought a brand new one, but I would have been $4,500 lighter in the wallet, so I chose not to. So that's the compromise you choose to make, and I'll live with it. Anyway, looking forward to getting this going. My dad's truck over there has one. This is a easy dump. His is a downeaster, but they look identical. So obviously we'll paint it and put it back to work.